Welcome to Hero Academia, chapter 427. T minus 4. This is the fourth last chapter because you got 27, 28, 29, and 30. From what I've heard, the 430 will be the final one. So this is the fourth to last chapter. It is so fascinating to, like, I don't know if it's still set in that the fact that it's going to end pretty soon. Like, the reality of that, you know? It's kind of wild to think about. But it's true. Hero Academia will end. We are in the epilogue. So, and last we left off, the last panel we saw was of Spinner in the hospital. But truly what happened last chapter was involving the Todoroki family. Okay, there we go. Okay, got it. Was involving, the Todoroki family and Dabi, and how he actually got through to Dabi a little bit, which is very fascinating. So now, let us let's begin. Number 427. Who was Tomura Shigaraki? Really? Oh. Office worker, 35. Oh, that's like the title of like the newscast. He was one terrifying fellow. Thank goodness he was defeated. My friend got killed. Students, 21. By that vicious murderer. Honestly, this blows. My life's like totally messed up. Oh wait, that's the wrong mute button. I just tried to mute and it didn't work. Why am I dying? Help me. Am I being decayed right now? Is that what's happening right now? Okay, sorry if that was loud. I tried to mute it. This is the mute. So now I've unmuted myself. That was what I was trying to do. I pressed the wrong button. Unfortunately. Okay, anyway, let's continue on. My friend got killed by that murder. Oh yeah, this blows. My life's like totally messed up now. Also, my house was destroyed. When you say your friend got murdered and you say that's like totally messed up, this blows, I think I would be a little more sad if my friend was killed. Like, I mean, I know they're young, but like, oh man, my friend was killed. This blows. My life's like my life's fucked up now. Like, that's the way. Maybe that's their way of coping. Like, you know what? Never mind. I'm not gonna judge the youngins. I can't help but wonder if they couldn't have stopped him sooner. Housewife, 70. Restaurant owner, 30. Look, everyone thought that freak was a 2-bit punk at first. Nobody expected him to turn into such a threat. I mean, that's a good point. Like, back then, after Stain, before that with USJ, like, he was, the attack was, of course, put on air and all that stuff afterwards, but then Stain happened, and then he wanted to make more of himself with the attack on the camp. But then after that, he didn't really get into the public eye that much until he powered up again. But they were still known, Though the restoration... Oh, whoops. Oh, I'm zooming in, but in the wrong spot. Though the restoration is moving along at a brisk pace thanks to an outpouring of international support and volunteers, those efforts have yet to reach some parts of the nation. The mountains of rubble yet to be cleared show the widespread extent of the damage. A lot was destroyed. Spinner. Wait, Deku? What are they talking? Is he sending the message that Shigaraki was gonna... He's like, hey, tell Spinner everything was destroyed, right? Was that the message? Wait, I'm going back. You can't stop me. You can't stop me from going back. It was 423. Yeah, it was 423. Because I think the epilogue began on 425. If Spinner survived this, tell him that even to the bitter end, Tomura Shigaraki kept fighting to destroy. Oh, wow. Okay. Just wanted to remember that message. Spinner, dude. I'm glad that Spinner seems to have his cognitive mind back, because remember, like, at least from what I can remember, like, he, by the time, or no, again, his mind was, like, fucked up because of the quirk that All For One gave him, but by the time he gave the hand to Kurogiri, he still had his mind back. His mind came back. I always forget that. So, never mind. But he did go through it, definitely. A great number of citizens had their lives turned upside down by the unprecedented wave of terrorism incited by the League of Villains. Who exactly was the League's leader, Tomura Shigaraki? Find out now in part 2 of this special report. Is this being filmed? Clearly it is. He was in the process of becoming a full-fledged Nomu, as his body was unable to withstand multiple quirks like body bulk and scale mail. Oh. I see, this is why when I watch the anime, like, cuz I only read the manga once, so seeing this scale mail, I forgot that this happened to him. So, and also saying he was in the process of becoming a full-fledged Nobu because he had multiple quirks. I don't remember if they mentioned that specifically back then, or we were supposed to infer that. But actually, that makes a lot of sense why his cognitive abilities, his mind, and his body weren't able to keep up with the multiple quirks within his body. That's why. That makes so much sense, actually. If I was supposed to infer that back then, I guess I didn't. That makes a lot of sense. No wonder. But how did he be fine? How is he not a Nomu? How were the quirks taken out of his body in that case? Or did he, like... Or did he withstand that? Because again, when he gave the hand to Kurogiri, he was fully, like, conscious and capable. So I forgot what actually happened to, like, give him his conscious ability back. I don't remember, actually. Maybe he just tanked through it, and then at that point, after he gave the hand to Kurogiri, and then everything teleported and shit, he probably just, like, knocked the fuck out, and then until the end of the war, they got him, and then they fixed him up or something. But yeah, body bulk and scale mail, those were the quirks that All For One gave him. Amazing, isn't it? But I'm sure season 7, when that episode, I'm sure the episode will come out where it shows more of that with Spinner, but like we're gonna see this probably animated in the next few months for sure. So that's amazing, actually. It's again, I know I'm not reading, but it's kind of why I don't reread manga until after the anime comes out, because when I watch the anime, it gives me kind of like a fresh it's like a fresh experience all over again. Because usually, if I was a sane person, I would reread the manga and then watch the anime, right? But then that makes my brain go, oh, I'm going to compare the manga to the anime a lot. And then I already know, like, if there's something I forgot what happened, I'm going to remember it very quickly. So I like watching the anime because, without rereading the manga, because then if there's a thing I forgot, or if there's a detail I forgot, or, like, I can just barely remember what happens. Usually it's just like, oh yeah, this thing happened, I remember that. Then yeah, that's awesome. So I guess I just don't like to compare that much. I just like to enjoy the anime as it is. And if there was a cool thing that I do remember, I'll compare that, that's for sure. What kind of tangent did I just go on? I'm going to keep reading. I guess it was just the fact that I couldn't remember about Spinner for a little bit, like specifically the scale mail thing. However, thanks to the great strides we've made in Nomu research, we just barely managed to halt that process before it had progressed too far. Oh. It's kind of scary that they like, I mean, like, good on y'all for doing Nomu research, but like, don't use that for evil, you know? Like, don't make another All for One or Dr. Garaki again, like, but at least they're able to do that. That's nice. Pretty shameless of you to strut on in here, murderer. Murderer? Dude, your friend Shigaraki killed like thousands of people. I'm not here to deny that, only to deliver Shigaraki's parting words. Oh yeah? Here to kick a guy while he's down? You're one sick puppy, you know. Oh my god. If Spinner survived, tell him this. Oh yeah, there it is. You survived, so here's the message. Even to the bitter end, keep fighting to destroy. Oh, no, that's not what it was. Even to the bitter end, Tomura Shigaraki kept fighting to destroy. Huh? Dude, these Chainsaw Man ass panels, like where it's like just focuses on like each side of them, you know, like, and that's so fucking cool. Shigaraki told you to say that? Yes, to you, Spinner. Me? Toga and Dabi too? Yeah. And Compress? No. Yeah. Mm-mm. No. Only you. Oh, I love how they switch the perspectives now. Like, he's on the left and now Deku's on the right. No. Only you. Dude, look at Deku's fucking eyes, bro. Like, I'm sure he can understand Spinner's, like, resolve, too. Like, like, look at this, man. Like, fucking hell. I can feel this. Like, I can feel it. And the thing is, now I'm thinking about it, yeah. Shigaraki wanting to tell Spinner this specifically, again, they were the two that could relate, I guess, the most in anything. Spinner just wanted to see Shigaraki's dreams, because after Stain, he always was obsessed with Stain, but then at some point, I forgot what point it was actually. It was either season 3 or 4, but like he realized like, oh, I do want to see your dreams. So let's do that. Like, he wanted to follow Shigaraki himself. And they could both relate. Again, they've played video games. They could relate, you know, like they've had those interests together. They always had that in common. And then, of course, when All for One took over, Spinner followed the right. He still followed those dreams, but they were a bit twisted. It wasn't the person he wanted to follow, unfortunately, which was very fucked up, because when he says, like, you have everything, Dabi, you have every, like in the last episode that was played actually in the anime, he was like, you have everything, Dabi. I don't, like, I wish that I was like you have all the goals and dreams you need. I'm just following this now because I have to, which fucking sucked. So it's fascinating, isn't it? Shigaraki was my shining hope. With a smile, he said we'd destroy everything. Oh yeah, and that is true. In the My Villain Academia, when he was smiling to the doctor, saying, "Let's just destroy it all," and then he did. He destroyed Deka City. He transformed Deka into a gnarly crater. He represented me and my voice. When I was oppressed for who I am, I was ready to give up on life. I was just some stinking heteromorph after all. Oh, don't say that about yourself, bro. Come on. Oh my god, is he transforming? Is he getting bigger? No, stop. I decided not to dwell on that crap. Too painful to think back on. But he gave a guy like me a dream to cling to. And that's the other thing again. Yeah, all these people that were their lives were thrown to the wayside by society itself, you know, like Toga and even like Shigaraki too, with how people treated their quirks in society. It's fucked up. Even Spinner too, because like heteromorph racism. Or is that speciesism? I don't even know what the fuck that would mean. Well, that would be, technically. But you know what I mean. I had hoped for major change. I dreamt I could be somebody. You don't have to you don't have to put up with this from him. If need be, I can subdue. Oh, dude, Deku's like, no. Dude, okay, that goes kind of hard though. If need be, I can subdue. Deku's like, no. Let this continue. Tomura Shigaraki was my hero, as he grabs Deku, crying. Because again, this is, I mean, from Spinner's perspective, this is Spinner's perspective. Deku's is the guy that that killed him, for sure. Destroying the world just for the heck of it. That ain't a worthy cause. Just a temper tantrum without a lick of sense behind it. He was a gamer. He was, Spinner. He fucking was. Like, this line, that he was a gamer line, that, while people may laugh at that, though that is something that actually hits, because that is something that, again, I was just literally saying that earlier. Spinner and Shigaraki, that was like the one thing they could relate to and agree on. They played games. Apparently League of Legends, by the way, from, I forgot what panel Shigaraki even said that, but like, yeah. Just like any other goddamn person on this world, they have hobbies and shit. They're people too. And then this first guy saying destroying the world just for the heck of it, that ain't a worthy cause. Hey, that's the coolest shit a villain could do. Like, destroying the world just because you want everything gone is pretty fucking sick, dude. I love that shit. That's what fucking Yami Merrick was doing in the manga, where he was like, I want to enshroud the world and envelop it in darkness because that has to be done. That was some fucking sick shit. He was a gamer. The ongoing investigation by the authorities is revealing that the man had quite the tragic past. Figuring out the root cause matters, sure, but let's not turn this into some sob story, or else sympathizers might be converted to the cause all over again. Man, I didn't think about that either. The fact that, holy shit, yeah. There could be sympathizers out there. I mean, yeah, he destroyed a lot of shit. Again, some people during the whole destruction were like, just let it happen. Let the world reset. Like, there's people like that in the real world too. But there could be people who see his backstory and they're like, oh man, that sucks. I sympathize with him. And then more rebellions could happen. There's so much behind this, you know? The whole time I was a shut-in, video games were all I had. And he was also a fan of all my faves. Exactly. Dude, poor Spinner, man. Dude, Spinner got the worst of it. He, like emotionally, dude. He just wanted to follow this guy for his dreams, and then the guy got taken over, and then he took back over, and then he got taken over again, and then exploded from Deku's fist. This poor man. It has to be said, and we've got to say it with our whole hearts, so allow me. The guy was a piece of crap. Damn. I mean, the public hating Shigaraki is normal. Like, he kind of like he literally and destroyed like cities and almost Mount Fuji and probably the Earth if he had kept going. So he was my very first friend. Fuck! What the hell, Spinner? Uh Shit, man. That's so fucking sad. It's just what all the shit that I said like 5 minutes ago. Like it, man. This epilogue is so damn sad. Like the Bakugo crying at Deku, like saying that he's probably quirkless. Dabi crying because of everything and just the whole Todoroki family. Spinner having a breakdown because he basically lost his only friend, the one person he wanted to actually follow, and it never ended up like right from the very like essentially end of the war in Gunga. Oh my god. Okay. Fuck. This is. I personally love Spinner, so this is a great chapter like regarding him. Like it. Oh, I've always loved Spinner. Like, ever since he first appeared, like in the camp. I was like, haha, that guy's like a funny Ninja Turtle. I like that guy. And then season 4 happened, and I was like, oh man, like he's questioning like Shigaraki and like wanting Stain, but now he's like switching the gears, and he understood like Shigaraki as a person. Oh my god, I can't. Okay. Oh, Deku. Shigaraki told me he needed to be a hero to you all. The League of Villains held a special place in his heart. And I'm sure he felt the same way about you as you did him, which is why I think he wanted to let you know. Fuck, that he did. Through Deku. Oh my god, there he is from the very... Is that him? Is that his introduction in season 3? Yeah. Oh shit. Yeah. I got caught up in the frenzy, and at some point I stopped dwelling on the idea that we were past the point of no return. Oh wow. I've always been too slow on the uptake. Yeah, I guess the point of no return was I guess probably the paranormal shit, Liberation Front, right? Because when that was established, they attacked everything, and then the true point of no return was probably when Shigaraki was taken over, and Spinner was like, well, I can't leave you. Like, I just gotta keep going, following you, even if you're not yourself anymore. Which, now that I think about it, is actually extremely fucked up, because the last time that Spinner probably actually talked and like had a conversation with Shigaraki was probably before the war, like the first war, the Paramount War at the hospital. Because after that, he was taken over. That was it. Nothing else to it. And then after that, when Shigaraki took over All for One, Spinner wasn't even there to witness it. And even through the final battle until his death, Spinner wasn't there. He never saw Shigaraki before, like after that point. He talked to him before the first war, and he never saw him again. Holy shit, I didn't think about that. I never, no, not never, I've always been too slow on the uptake. If only I'd taken one more step. Oh shit. then just maybe I could have saved my hero and friend. Oh man, I mean, would that have worked, I wonder? He did it for Kurogiri, like he put the hand upon Kurogiri's face. If he had just walked up and maybe done something, if he still had the hand, actually, would that have worked out? You think so, Spinner? That's a lot of regrets to have. What would have happened? I truly, I don't know. If he had Shigaraki take back over in that moment, what would he have done? He would have tried to kill All for One in that tunnel. It would have ended up being a massacre, some crazy battle. And then Shigaraki probably still would have... He still would have went for the whole destroying, taking over everything, but... Fuck. The regrets he has here. Again, it's fucked up, man. It's just fucked up. And maybe the next Tomura Shigaraki or All for One is out there, waiting with bated breath. What, the guy with the weird fucking back? We have to keep an eye out for the next threat. You bunch are gonna keep fighting, right? Deku turns around. I saw a big Deku face right there. I didn't see what he said, though. Sooner or later, I bet you'll forget all about Tomura Shigaraki, and the League just smiles in good times for you. I don't think that's true. I mean, he was such a threat to this world that he's technically like the greatest villain in history if you count All for One in that regard. Although I guess the public hasn't mentioned All for One at all. And that's crazy, because yeah, he's in Tomura's body, but like, no one's ever going to mention All for One? He was on camera until he rewound into literally nothing. Interesting. Well, I'm going to write a book. Dude, go off, Spinner. Write a fucking book. I want to see that. I want to read that myself. One about Tomura Shigaraki, the symbol of fear, and about how the League of Villains lived to destroy. A book that'll stick it to you heroes forever and ever. Oh, wow. Would the public allow him to publish that? The past never dies, and I'll spin the tale of Tomura Shigaraki. Huh. Dude, honestly, like, do what you think is right, man. Make it a comic book. Huh? Deku's like, don't make it a comic book. People can't read nowadays. Make some images. Learn to draw, motherfucker. Learn to actually draw. Or be like make a Murata situation. You write, someone else draw for you. I think you can do it, Spinner. Make it a comic book? Call it My Villain Academia. I'd buy it. Huh? And don't worry. Oh, shit. I won't ever forget. Huh. He won't. Yeah. Again, he's not going to forget that for the rest of his life, man. No matter what happens. This has been the biggest thing to probably ever happen to them in their lives. So, because it all stemmed from All for One, the craziest, biggest villain in history, with also Tomura Shigaraki. You could also say the craziest, biggest villain in history with the destructive power he had. So, yeah. I won't ever forget. I got a message too. Tell your octopus pal to give life all he's got. Octopus pal? Shoji! Shoji? Right? Right? Because they fought. Tell your octopus pal to give life all he's got. Shit. Okay, I'm glad that he acknowledged Shoji at the very least, because after, I don't remember specifically what happened after their battle, but they had a good like conversation before Spinner got in and woke up Kurogiri. So I can't remember the details of their conversation, but it was about like, you know, how just the state of the world and what to do with like heteromorphs and shit with the whole like rebellion that was happening. And then Shoji and why can't I remember his name? It's not Kota. But it's the animal quirk user. They managed to like convince the masses too that everything will be all right and all that stuff. I remember that. I can't wait till that's animated. That's probably gonna happen soon in like a month or two. How'd it go, kid? Waiting room. Did you pass on the message? Yeah. Regarding your request about CHISAKI. Oh my god. Oh my god. I remember when Deku was like, hey, if you can apologize to Eri, I can fulfill your promise about your his like dad or whatever. His pops, I guess. What? What? There he is. Wait, did they rewind his state? What? Or maybe maybe they just operated enough on him that he's actually okay. Holy shit! Wait, Pops is okay. Pops is fine. What a sorry state you're in, Chisaki. I didn't think we'd get closure here, too. What? Boss, you were never supposed to come out of that coma. That's what I'm saying. That he like, undid some shit that only he could redo. How the fuck? Also, when you really think about it, Chisaki is the only... He's like the technically... I mean, I know Decay was now that we know that Decay was based off of Chisaki's quirk, but he still has that quirk. That's crazy, right? That's crazy. Also, I remember I had that like one like mini theory that like, well, if he took Decay and like or he took Chisaki's quirk and modified it to become Decay and then put it in Shigaraki, then wouldn't like Shigaraki technically have a piece of like Chisaki's like essence, you know, because the quirk is who it came from. So wouldn't he have like the vestige of Chisaki technically within him? Probably not, because he modified it. Probably he modified it to become Decay. So like the quirk itself just like, and plus Chisaki was a child, so it probably like it wasn't the vestige probably wasn't powerful enough to like manifest itself. Actually, that probably is it. It wasn't powerful enough to manifest itself like One for All and All for One can do. You mean what your quirk did to me? Too bad for you. Oh, well, he remembers that he did that to him. They're making huge strides with support items these days. And I ain't your boss. The gang's done and done. Boss! Slams his head on the glass. I said to never stray from the path of humanity. Now look how you wound up. Armless. Like, yeah. My damn nose, man. I hate this. I was always there, reaching out with a guiding hand, teaching you not to head down the wrong path. I'm guessing Kurono never talked back and took you to task, huh? Yeah. Chisaki losing every ounce of sanity here. Sorry. I'm sorry, boss. Too little, too late. It's Eri who deserves a lifetime of your sorries. Anyhow. Now, that girl will go on to forget all about you, but don't you dare forget what you put her through. And make no mistake, I'll be taking you to the task till the day you go to hell. Oh shit, he's like, you better say sorry to that little girl or I'm gonna end you, dude. That's crazy. But Eri can't rewind anymore, so she can't fix shit. Which honestly, I like that, because if Eri was still able to use her quirk, everything being like, things would be fixed too quickly. Like Deku's body, probably All Might too, you know. So, thank you, Detective Tsukauchi. Of course, this is a much better option than making Eri relive that nightmare. Oh, like, just having him talk to Pops, basically. What can we do to make it stop, to make it all stop for good? It's not going to stop. It's also nice to see Tsukauchi that he shaved. Like, during all the other the war and shit, he was so stressed that I guess he just didn't shave, but now he finally did. He's back to his old look. Well, we could ask Hawks to drum up an army's worth of heroes. Huh? Hawks wields that kind of power? Just joking. Look sharp. Frowns upside down, people. The new first years are joining our lessons today, so we can't be all doom and gloom around them. But we'll barely see them going forward? There's not much contact between grade levels in the hero course. Eek! Todoroki! Oh my god, it's dynamite! Can I get your contact info? I'm a huge fan. Okay, yep, all the first years are now freaking out over all these heroes. Todoroki, Deku, Bakugo. Let me take a selfie with you. Oh my god, you're so awesome. Squee! What on earth? Expel them all! Right now! Oh, these first years are intense. And fucking Minato's face, like... He's like, why aren't they ogling over me? Why don't they like me? I helped with the war. Shouldn't these first years be loving me instead? Wait, hang on. Oh, I can't forget Deku's face, though. What the hell? What the fuck? He's like, whoa! I mean, are people gonna be freaking out over Deku, too? I mean, he kind of, like, technically, he killed the main villain. Like, he exploded Shigaraki, bro. I mean, albeit not Deku, Bakugo technically killed all for one. Like, he basically held him off until he rewound fully. But it's kind of fascinating. Our sweet students of UA have been first years pretty much the entire show, the entire manga, the entire anime, until I guess school was technically canceled for a little bit once Japan got fucked over. But now we're here where they're actually second years. I never thought I'd see the day, but here we are. They are second years now. It's amazing. And that is the chapter. Wow. This was a good one. You know these are good because, like, usually these videos aren't this long, but we're almost 40 minutes in because I've been talking about, like, every single fucking page. But the whole spinner thing was probably the best part of this chapter, because he was just so, that's just his friend, man. Shigaraki and Spinner, bro. Like, seriously. And he's gonna write a book about, I guess, the dreams of how they live to destroy. And Deku told him to make it a comic book, learn how to draw. I'm just glad that Spinner still remembered Shoji as well. Like, hey, give life all you got, man. That's cool. And then the stuff with Chisaki. Will we actually see him apologize to Eri, I wonder? Will he change as a person? I mean, he did some horrible shit. So, I don't know. I don't know. But the fact that even his boss, he's like, look, the Yakuza are done. It's over. Also, who is... Okay, Chisaki's in the jail here. And the boss is outside. Pops is outside because the cat cop is behind him. So, is he like... Because I know he's part of the Yakuza and all that shit, but like, I guess he's fine. He's probably been pardoned or some shit. Like, he's not really opposing to the Yakuza being done for, like the gang. He's probably not gonna be in jail. Only Chisaki is. At least from what I can see here. I don't know. But that's it. That's the chapter. So after this, we have 3 more chapters left. Yeah. Wow. I'm just... That's amazing. It's just amazing to realize, like, it's ending soon, so... But yes, thank you for watching. I got no other input. Can't wait to see what happens next. But what we've got so far, I guess, if we're covering, like, all the bases... We've already got Spinner, Chisaki, the Todoroki family. What else is left? We probably am going to have stuff to do with Uraraka and Toga, because we still don't know if Toga's even alive, right? Because she, like, her blood, she probably died, right? That she transferred, like, her Uraraka blood, because she turned into Uraraka to give her blood, and then she collapsed. Like, is she dead? Like, I don't even know. I mean, if Dabi's not dead from all he went through, I can only assume Toga's probably not dead either. But we haven't seen Uraraka, like, say anything about what happened. So I hope we get that next chapter. So we can actually see what Toga, if she's dead or not. Like, I want to know. Mr. Compress is fine. I want to know. Alright, thanks for watching. Have a good one.